Hello. Today I wanted to talk about a very serious subject. In fact, it's a very large subject, so I can touch on some areas, um, focusing really right now on the links between magnesium deficiency and magnesium and the menopause. Now, the menopause can be a very stressful time. Hormones are jumping all over the place. They're trying to rebalance. It's a bit like puberty. Your hormones are having this dramatic change, and this can cause a lot of stress on your body. And as you know, whenever your body is under any kind of stress, be it's going to be the foods that you're eating or physical, environmental stress, emotional stress, your body depletes magnesium. On top of that, as you're going through the menopause, your estrogen levels are reducing, which means it's harder to synthesize magnesium, which means that you need more. Ideally, we would get a lot more magnesium in our diet, but because the farming methods that are being used means that a lot of the soil's depleted, and which makes us depleted because we're eating the depleted food, so we're not getting the levels there. The best way, I always believe, is to use transdermal magnesium, because that way it's not interfering with your bowels. As you know, too much magnesium can relax your bowels, so it's not interfering with that, but also your body can absorb a lot more and absorb exactly what it needs. So some of the symptoms of menopause, which are linked to magnesium deficiency, and could be magnesium deficiency that's causing those symptoms as opposed to your menopause. So it'd be good to try and check it out. And the best way is to use magnesium and see whether there's some changes. But also, seek medical advice if things are a lot very traumatic for you. But things like restlessness and cramps, joint pains. Remember, magnesium is the natural anti-inflammatory, so it will bring down the inflammation, which will help to relieve some of that discomfort and pain. Also, heart palpitations. Magnesium is excellent for the heart. It relaxes your blood pressure as well, so it helps to bring your blood pressure down. Signs of deficiency with magnesium can be heart palpitations, and it can be high blood pressure as well. So having magnesium to help to relax your body, help to relax your arteries, help to strengthen your heart. Also, brittle bones. When your estrogen levels reduce, and especially if you're a dairy drinker or consumer, then our bones can become very, very brittle. So what magnesium does, I might have talked about this in the arthritis as well, so it's linked. So what magnesium does is it helps to put the calcium back into the bones, so it strengthens your bones. It helps to balance your calcium and magnesium ratio, so it helps to keep your bones strong. Also, with this being a natural anti-inflammatory, if you've got joint pains, it brings on the inflammation. So it's strengthening bones, bringing down inflammation and pain. Also, magnesium helps to detox the body. So what's happening as well when you're going through your symptoms of the menopause, you've got headaches, foggy heads, it could be lots of toxins in your body as well, but magnesium helps to detox. So that's an easy way to try and help your body going through that process. A lot of women, not every woman, but a lot of women going through menopause will have hot flushes, and that's something that's very interesting with the connection with magnesium there as well, because the reason why you're going through the hot flush is that if you consider your nervous system, that's what's being affected. Your nervous system is being affected. If you think of your hypothalamus, um, hypothalamus. Ooh, the gland in your brain, which it controls your central nervous system and controls your nervous responses and your anxiety. And what's happening is you get in a fight and flight response. So your body's preparing to run away or preparing to fight. And so that brings on the anxiety. A lot of anxiety can come in menopause as well, and stress and mood swings. So that's a natural reaction. But what's happening with your body is that it's due to the imbalance in your hormones, it's producing the cortisol, producing those stress hormones, and then your body's responding. So it's responding by making your blood vessels or your blood run up to your blood vessels to release some of that heat and that generation, because it also produces your thermostat in your body. But it's like off center now because your hormone imbalance, and then your body is trying to cool yourself down, and the best way to cool yourself is sweating. So you're going through intense heat and intense sweat, but it's not at an appropriate response. So that's happening, which is causing even more stress on your body. Now, magnesium is a natural relaxant, and it helps to prevent those stress hormones from producing. And that's why it's good to stabilize mood, because it's preventing your body from being stressed, and it's preventing you releasing some of those hormones. So that's how it kind of helps you. So it kind of breaks that cycle. So you're not having a rush of energy, having a burst of heat, and then calming back down. So it's important to remember the key element of magnesium in those kind of areas, really. So, I mean, it also helps to balance your thyroids, and your thyroids can be a factor during that time as well. So it's important to do that. I did put a little note to myself to look at some of the things. So I'm going to refer to that regarding some of the foods. Some of them I just don't remember. So there's something that you need to increase. I mean, ideally, as I said, your food would be a good source of magnesium. It's a big pour, but it doesn't mean that you should avoid that. It still means that you should increase your magnesium type foods. And even thinking dark chocolate has a high level of magnesium, nuts, seeds, dried fruit. But remember, you've got to be careful with the sugar, because sugar is putting stress on your body, and if you have stress in your body, you lose your magnesium. So it's important to try and get a balance. Avocado, of course, the leafy greens. Leafy greens are a wonderful way to get it. And if you can get your foods in the organic state, then it's even better still. Beans, brown rice, lentils, whole grains, all kinds of whole foods. It's always best to try and eat your foods as best in its natural state as best as often as possible. So if you've got to choose between having orange juice and a blended orange, then have the blended orange. If you got to choose between having a blended orange and having a whole orange, then have the whole orange. If you've got to choose between the whole orange and an organic orange, have the organic. So always try to go as close to the natural state, because that puts less pressure on your body, less stress on your body, and that way you can help to keep your balance, your body balanced. So remember, look at your diet. So try and be as whole food as possible. Look at your stress levels, because having increased stress on your body, emotional stress, environmental stress, the foods that you're eating, is going to put more pressure on your body. And especially at that time during the menopause, where your hormones are already slightly imbalanced, then that's going to put even more strain. So look at that element of it. Also, doing physical activity is good. Gentle physical activity is good, because it helps to de-stress the body, and that's what your body needs when it's going through that time. So that's just a little bit. And it's not the full extent. I mean, menopause is a massive, big area, but I know that if you are going through those stages and you start to treat your body right, try and eat more vegan, eat more raw, more foods in its whole state, then it puts less pressure on your body. And a lot of people have found that their journey through menopause has been eased a great deal just by doing those simple things. So boost your magnesium levels with your diet, and also transdermally. We've got the body butters. Our skin can become very, very dry. Our hair can become very brittle. Our nails become very brittle as well. So it's good to boost your levels. Go to morgangenius.com. We've got natural organic hair oils on there, natural magnesium granules, so you can soak. If you soak in the bath, your body absorbs a lot more. So boost your levels up by soaking in the bath at least 30 minutes, and the magnesium, a good strong handful is about a good size, and then maintain it with the oils, lotions, and the body butters. You can carry the oils around with you, so that if you are experiencing hot flushes, your magnesium levels are being depleted. Remember, it gets depleted in your sweat as well. So you can boost your levels on the go and keep your levels high, and that's putting less pressure on your body, enabling your body to cope as well. So morgangenius.com, that's Morgan Genus, Genus spelled GENUS.com, and got a lot more information, and even an article on there about magnesium and menopause, so you can read for yourself. Also, do your own research for yourself. It's I do fully appreciate a lot of people want a quick pill solution and to go there to remove symptoms, but even sometimes if you're removing symptoms, you're not dealing with the real issue of what's going on for your body. So if your body is magnesium deficient and you can deal with that, it means that your body can cope a lot better, as opposed to masking those symptoms with pharmaceutical medication. So always try and go step close to nature. I'm not saying don't use pharmaceutical medication if necessary, but first of all, look and see what you can do. Be responsible for your body. It's your life, your body. Try and be a little bit responsible for that, and try and make those changes that you can, reducing your sugars, your caffeines, things that are stimulating your body, gentle exercise to help to release some of the stress, reduce your meat, fish, and dairy, because that's what putting a lot of stress on your body, and increase foods which are in their natural whole state, and of course, which are high in magnesium. So I hope this helped a little bit, and I hope that if you are going through that journey, then I've given you a little bit of guidance. And I know a lot of women who've had amazing positive experiences with magnesium to help with the hot sweat, to help with the anxiety and the stress. You've got to remember, a lot of people go through depression at that time, and magnesium, another name for it is the mood mineral. So it just helps you to stabilize your mood, because it's preventing your body from releasing those stress hormones. So it's helping your body to do that. So that's why it's an amazing mineral. And I've got a passion for it. I love it, and I hope that you can try it, and if you try it, I'm sure you'll fall in love with it too. So I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for listening, and I hope it's been helpful, and take care and have an amazing day.